The problems facing the Nigerian oil and gas sector are well known and well documented. They range from issues like pipeline vandalism, crude oil theft, the kidnapping of oil sector workers, many of them foreigners, and fuel subsidy scandals, to environmental issues like fires, gas flaring, oil spills, along with the resultant pollution of the waters of the Niger Delta and the destruction of the vegetation, and on to issues relating to the management of the sector like inadequate pipeline infrastructure, poor funding of gas production, the concentration and control of the sector in the hands of government, and the ineffective regulation of the entire value chain associated with the sector, which then impacts upon pricing, given that we cannot keep our refineries working. The real issue, however, is that the highest levels of fraud and injustice in the country have been soaked in and are dripping with the oil of the Niger Delta. I was shocked during my first trip to Warri several decades ago to be welcomed to the city with a signpost which read, "Beware of potholes." I was to discover that potholes were not the only problems in Warri. The whole town reeked of such poverty and underdevelopment, which was hard to reconcile with the fact of its being located in the region which produced the bulk of Nigeria's wealth. The people of the Niger Delta have been given the short end of the stick, while Nigerians from other regions have fed fat on their wealth through the allocation of oil blocks and other unjust privileges. I have two recommendations to make. First, justice must be done to the people of the Niger Delta. Countries do not prosper through injustice, that is, really prosper. That is why I support the call for the restructuring of the country, which for me would not make sense without resource control. States or regions should control and be the first beneficiaries of the resources found in their localities. Of course, a system would have to be worked out to determine what percentage of the income generated would be paid to the federal government. Secondly, it is clear that we have been foolish in the public management of our affairs to have abandoned other income generating sources, only to focus almost exclusively on oil. This bears testimony in particular to the very poor quality of the leadership we have had successfully since the discovery and exploitation of our oil reserves. A short-sighted, narrow-minded, and downright inept leadership in many cases. Soaking our hands in black gold alone has made us poor. Indeed, we are now the poverty capital of the world. The calls for the diversification of our economy must now go beyond the rhetoric. Let the government get out of the way. Nigerians will create wealth for themselves in all the different sectors of the economy if the government faces squarely its legitimate business of providing the enabling environment through services: electricity, roads, railway, water, security, etc. Thank you very much. My name is Remi Sonaiya.